aspirants, welcome in Prelims past year question series. So here we were going to discuss question from 1979 to 2024. जैसे आपको पता है कि we are discussing some important question from last 45 years, जो कि आपके एग्जाम के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है. तो आज का जो टॉपिक है वो हम लोग इन्वायरमेंट पे पढ़ेंगे. इन्वायरमेंट से पहले ये देख लेते हैं कि हमारा क्या है ये प्रीलिम्स PYQ सीरीज है. इस प्रीलिम्स PYQ सीरीज में हम लोग डिस्कशन कर रहे हैं लास्ट 45 इयर्स के क्वेश्चन, जैसा कि आप स्क्रीन पे देख सकते हैं. सेकेंड है थीम वाइज सब्जेक्ट वाइज टॉपिक. ओके, जैसे कि इन्वायरमेंट है, इन्वायरमेंट में बहुत सारे टॉपिक्स आपको पढ़ने हैं. स्टूडेंट को इन्वायरमेंट में बायोडाइवर्सिटी, क्लाइमेट चेंज, डिफरेंट टॉपिक्स, और हर एक टॉपिक्स में अपना अपना सबका इश्यूज आता है, कैसा क्वेश्चन आएगा. तो इस इन्वायरमेंट के टॉपिक में हम लोग थीम वाइज इस क्वेश्चन को डिस्कस करेंगे. सेम क्वेश्चन के जो आप जो यहाँ पर जो भी क्वेश्चंस देखेंगे उसके लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन में दिया है, आप जाकर उस लिंक से इस क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. और इसके साथ सम रीडिंग डॉक्यूमेंट जो कि एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है, उसके भी लिंक हम लोग प्रोवाइड करा रहे हैं डिस्क्रिप्शन में, तो आप देखें. तो आज का जो टॉपिक है वो है क्लाइमेट चेंज, कॉन्फ्रेंस ऑफ पार्टी एंटिटीज, एंड इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज हियर, this is the part 2. So part 1 already released ho chuka hai. You go and watch it, okay, to make your more doubt clear. Let's talk about the first question here. Now consider the following activities. This was asked in 2023 prelims. 2023 prelims से पूछा गया है क्वेश्चन है, क्या इसमें एक्टिविटीज को कंसिडर करना है. फर्स्ट, स्प्रेडिंग फाइनली ग्राउंड बसाल्ट रॉक ऑन फार्मलैंड्स एक्सटेंसिवली. ठीक है. सेकेंड है इंक्रीजिंग द एल्कलिनिटी ऑफ ओशन बाय aiding lime. Okay, third statement is capturing carbon dioxide released by various industries and pumping it into abandoned subterranean mines in the form of carbonated waters. So you have to say how many the above activities are often considered and discussed for carbon capture and sequestration. First of all, student, you must know what is the meaning of this CCS, yani carbon capture and sequestration. This is a one method where a carbon dioxide emission that released from factories, vehicle emission, vehicular, जैसे जहां जहां से कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड रिलीज होता है, मींस बर्निंग ऑफ फॉसिल फ्यूल्स, यू जस्ट कंट्रोल इट, ओके, एंड कैप्चर इट एंड स्टोर समवेयर फॉर अ लॉन्ग पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. इसी को हम लोग कहते हैं कार्बन कैप्चर एंड स्टोरेज. तो इन तीनों मेथड में से कौन सा इस मेथड को इंप्लीमेंट करता है? सो ऑल थ्री हियर. Spreading finely ground basalt rock on farmland, also one of the method for increasing your carbon sequestration. Alkalinity of the oceanic water by adding lime, also one of the method, and also by industrial areas. So answer C is the correct answer. As you see, option C is the correct answer here. Enhanced weathering process. So spreading finely ground basalt rock on farmland accelerate the natural process of carbon capture. जो carbon capture के natural process को increase करेगा, forming stable carbonate and storing carbon effectively. Then ocean alkalinity enhancement means adding lime to ocean increase their alkalinity, enhancing their ability to absorb and store carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. And the third is also capturing industry carbon dioxide is stored underground in abandoned mines as carbonate water, preventing it release into the atmosphere. So all three method is important. Okay, now let's understand the second question. Question number 2. So consider the following statement. This was in Prelims 2023. Statement 1, carbon market are likely to be one of the most widespread tools in the fight against the climate change. तो statement 1 ये कहता है कि क्या कार्बन मार्केट में क्या होता है? कार्बन मार्केट में बेसिकली वी सेल कार्बन क्रेडिट्स. ओके, this is the permission given to other industry to emit this much amount of carbon dioxide. This is equal to 1 ton of carbon dioxide. अगर कोई सर्टिफिकेट परचेस करता है तो उसे परमिशन मिल जाता है कि 1 ton of carbon dioxide वो रिलीज कर सकता है. इट्स लाइक one of the most important or widespread to fight against the climate change. Yes, statement 1 is correct. Statement 2 भी कहता है carbon market transfer resources from the private sector to the state. This is again a very important because India and China major player in purchasing selling of carbon market में काफी number 1 है. So both statement 1 and 2 are correct, and statement 2 is both statement 2 correct. Statement 2 is not the correct explanation of statement 1. Okay, so statement इसमें ये भी देखना क्या statement 2 correct explanation है तो नहीं. Okay, so correct answer is option B here. Okay, option B. Statement 1 is correct. Statement 2 is also correct, but you have to remember. Okay, यहाँ पर ये ध्यान देने वाली बात है. Involve financial transaction between the private sector entities but they do not exclusively transfer resource from private sector to the state. The operation of carbon market vary depending on the specific design and regulatory framework. So option B is the correct answer. Now let's move to the another question. Before moving to another question, let's understand what exactly this our PSP program. So PSP program is most important 12 important component है यहाँ पर. There you will see the practice test and analysis test, marathon session will be there, book reading session, revision session, sectional test, full length test will provide, UPSC mixed test will be there. We will also provide you current affair from April 2024 to April 2025. There will be a CSAT support program, personalized mentorship, also test discussion, and Prayas, that is called All India Mock Test. All India Mock Test is also given. Apart from this, we have a good success rate भी इसका रहा है पहले, जैसे कि 45% of student who enroll in this course are qualified in prelims and 50% question in prelims from this our PSP program. It play a very important role for qualifying your prelims exam, and it also improve your confidence, and this will boost your accuracy level. So this is what are the advantage you should join this course. Okay, now question number 3 is let's talk about question number 3 that was asked in prelims 2022. Climate action tracker which monitor the emission reduction pledges of different country. What is this? This is a database created by the coalition of research organization, or we can say it's a wing of International Panel on Climate Change, or third option is committee and United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, committee under the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, or agency promoted and financed by यूनाइटेड नेशन एनवायरमेंट प्रोग्राम एंड द वर्ल्ड बैंक. तो क्लाइमेट एक्शन ट्रैकर है क्या? जो मॉनिटर करता है इमिशन रिडक्शन प्लेजेस, जो कि पेरिस एग्रीमेंट में जो भी प्लेजेस आपने दिए, जैसे हमारे कंट्री ने नेशनल डिटरमाइंड कंट्रीब्यूशन सबमिट किया कि वी विल 30% ऑफ द एमिशन विल बी रिड्यूस बाय 2005 लेवल, ऐसा कुछ प्रॉमिस जो भी प्रॉमिस किए हैं उसको ट्रैक करने के लिए है क्लाइमेट एक्शन ट्रैकर. तो ये किसके अंदर आता है? ये क्या है? इट बेसिकली अ डाटाबेस क्रिएटेड बाय द कोलिशन ऑफ रिसर्च ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. So correct answer is here option A. Option A is the correct answer. Okay, so option A क्या कहता है? Option A is all about talking about the climate action tracker. So it is an independent scientific project that track the government climate action and measure it against the globally agreed Paris Agreement. Main aim is to holding warming well below 2 degrees Celsius and pursuing effort to limit the warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius. So it is a collaboration. It is a collaboration of two organizations. Okay, Climate Analytics and New Climate Institute. याद रहे for next prelims. This is a coalition of two important organizations: Climate, okay, Analytics and Climate Institute. The CAT has been providing this independent analysis to policymakers since 2009. So this is the explanation of this entire question. Now let's talk about question number 4 that was asked in 2021. Prelims, the common carbon metric supported by United Nations Environment Program had been developed for what of the which of the following purpose? Common carbon metric. So assessing the carbon footprint of building operation around the world. Can we say option statement B, enabling commercial farming entities around the world to enter carbon emission trading? Option 3, enabling government to assess the overall carbon footprint caused by their countries. Or option D, assessing the overall carbon footprint caused by the use of fossil fuels by the world in a unit time. See, this type of question you will find in your exam 2-3 question that is completely based on the concept, whether you know the term or not. So यहाँ पर समझना है कि common carbon metric, this is the option A is the correct answer because it's saying that the carbon footprint of building operation around the world. So what is this carbon footprint? ये जो carbon footprint का आप symbol देखते होंगे, carbon footprint क्यों है क्या? This how much amount of carbon dioxide released by a particular entities. That is the what? The common carbon metric. So option A is the correct answer. Option A कहता है carbon footprint is the entity is the total amount of greenhouse gas that generated by the entity. So A is correct because it is a protocol developed by United Nations Environment Program, Sustainable Building and Climate Initiative for measuring the energy used for reporting and emission from building operations. This is what the option A is correct. That was given by United Nations Environment Program and Sustainable Building and Climate Initiative. Its purpose is to support greenhouse gas emission reduction through an accurate measurement of energy efficiency improvement in building operation. So option A is the most suitable. Okay. Now let's understand question number 5. Question number 5 was asked in prelims 2020. So what is question number 5? Which of the following statement best describe the term social cost for carbon? And it is measured in monetary value of the what? See, this is much is given in UPSC. Sometimes the UPSC not give this much hint. So you have to understand the question and the pattern how UPSC asks. So it's called social cost, okay, of carbon. So long-term damage done by the carbon of carbon dioxide emission in a given year. Or option B, requirement for fossil fuel for a country to provide goods and services to its citizen based on the burning of those fuels. And third is effort put by climate refugees to adopt a life in a new place, to live in a new place. Contribution of an individual person to carbon footprint on the planet Earth. So correct answer will be option A. Okay, it's like a long-term damage done by a ton of carbon dioxide emission in a given year. This is what we call a social cost of carbon. And here is the explanation. So it is an estimate, its monetary value in dollars. Remember, it's in dollar. If they will ask you question currency, then remember in its dollar of the economic damages that would result from emitting 1 additional ton of carbon dioxide or greenhouse gas into the atmosphere. It also talk about social cost of carbon. This is another important point you have to remember. Maybe this question will be repeat in next year prelims exam. So it is a quantifies the economic impact of climate change to guide decision making of the emission. It is a benefit cost analysis which compare the policy total economic benefit to its cost. So it is again assigning a dollar value on the climate impact greenhouse gas emission changes. Correct? So question number 6. Let's talk about question number 6. Question number 6 again is a methane hydrate. Very important question. It was in 2018 prelims. So global warming might trigger the release of methane gas from this deposit. Can we say this statement is correct? Option statement 2, large deposit of methane hydrate are found in Arctic tundra and under the sea floor. Or we can see option 3, methane statement 3, methane in the atmosphere oxidized to carbon dioxide after decade or two. So select the correct answer using the quotes given below. So here all 3 statements are correct because methane hydrate, what is methane hydrate? Methane hydrate is and its promotion is important to remember here for exam point of view. So methane hydrate is a naturally occurring ice found in subsurface deposit, stable at low temperature. It found below Arctic permafrost along continental margins in deep seawater sediments and beneath the Antarctic Sea. Antarctic Sea के अंदर भी मिलता है. Global warming can melt methane hydrate, releasing methane, a potent greenhouse gas. ग्लोबल वार्मिंग से क्या होगा, ये मेल्ट होगा, ओके, और ये क्या होगा, रिलीज होगा एटमॉस्फेयर एंड मीथेन का जो है इट इज मोर डेंजरस एज कंपेयर टू कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड. फर्दर ऑक्सीडाइज टू कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड, फर्दर कंट्रीब्यूटिंग द क्लाइमेट चेंज. सो एटमॉस्फेरिक लाइफ स्पैन मीथेन क्या है कि मीथेन इज अबाउट डिकेड, इट्स इन एटमॉस्फेयर इट्स अ डिकेड, एक 10 साल तक रह सकता है, ऑक्सीडाइजिंग इनटू वाटर एंड कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड थ्रू रिएक्शन विद ट्रैश गैसेस. ठीक है. Now let's talk about question number 7. This is the question number 7. Which of the following statement best describe the carbon fertilization? This was asked in 2018 prelims. So it increased the plant growth due to increased concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, increased temperature of the earth due to increased concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, increased acidity in the ocean as a result of increased concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, adaptation of all living beings on earth due to the climate change brought about by the okay. So remember, carbon fertilization means when a productivity of anything is increased because of the carbon. And we know vegetation absorb atmospheric carbon dioxide under the photosynthesis process. So ज्यादा carbon dioxide है, it means ज्यादा photosynthesis हो रहेंगे और ज्यादा increase करेंगे, plant का growth भी ज्यादा होगा. So it will increase the plant growth due to increased concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. So option A is the correct answer. Okay. So this is the what we call known as carbon fertilization, one of the important statement. Okay, it increases the carbon dioxide photosynthesis, promoting plant growth through carbon fertilization. Higher carbon dioxide level reduce water loss from leaves, making plant more resilient to dry condition. Other factor contributing to increase the plant growth include nitrogen ability, land cover changes, climate change effect like temperature, precipitation, sunlight, collectively driving the greenhouse effect. So these are the explanation of this. All 7 questions. what I will suggest for your prelims for the climate change, you have to focus on new terms. Read a newspaper, read a latest conference of parties. Okay, क्या डिसीजन आया, क्या एग्रीमेंट में हुआ, क्या नया मींस एडेप्टेशन मिटिगेशन मेथड को यूज किया गया. ओके, लाइक योर क्लाइमेट फाइनेंस के ऊपर आप पढ़ लो. ठीक है, जितने भी पुराने ट्रीटीज एंड एक्ट साइन हुए अंडर द क्लाइमेट चेंज, ये बोथ नेशनल इंटरनेशनल बोथ आर इम्पोर्टेंट. ओके, सो you have to do a more current affair topics. मोर करंट अफेयर टॉपिक से ज्यादा इस क्लाइमेट चेंज में क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हैं. तो लास्ट 1.5 ईयर में करंट अफेयर प्लस इकोनॉमिक सर्वे में भी हमारा क्लाइमेट चेंज एक टॉपिक आता है. और उसके बाद यू शुड गो एंड रीड द हिंदू न्यूज़पेपर आल्सो. सो दिस मच यू विल डू, यू विल हैव अ गुड मार्क्स इन योर एग्जाम. Okay, so thank you everyone. Meet you in the next class and talk about next PYQ. Thank you everyone.